What is going on, y'all? It is the Caveman back at it again with another video. And tomorrow is the day of revenge for the Buffalo Bills. This is the game we finally take over. Bills versus Chiefs. 6:30 p.m. on Sunday night. I have 5 keys to this game that the Bills need to do in order to be successful. But before I share them with you guys know the drill around here. Mott's applesauce, if you're ever hungry, thirsty, whatever it might be, Mott's applesauce will satisfy whatever satisfy you to satisfy the Caveman guarantee. I promise it will never fail you. And you have the Caveman guarantee that we are 100% coming out with a victory in Arrowhead. Boy, oh boy, this is it. This is the opportunity that we have been waiting for. True revenge for what went down in the AFC Championship last season. This is a humongous moment for us. And as you're watching this video, I'm on my way driving there right this second. Anyways, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. The Bills will be traveling to Arrowhead for the second time this season to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And between the two teams in the first meeting, the Bills took care of the Chiefs with relative ease, to be honest. They took down the Chiefs 38-20, but to be fair, that was not the same Chiefs team that we will be seeing tomorrow night. That Chiefs team was struggling. They weren't healthy. Patrick Mahomes wasn't playing like himself. They were going through a rough patch, which is not something we were used to seeing for the Chiefs. But now, they're certainly a lot better. They've gotten their confidence back. They've gotten into a groove. It's going to be a slightly different game, I would say. This game is as big as it gets for the Buffalo Bills for reasons that I really don't feel like I need to explain. But with that being said, that rolls right into my first key of this matchup. Key number 1 for the Bills in this matchup. Don't let the moment get too big. Don't let the moment take advantage of you. Take advantage of the moment, the opportunity that is at hand for us this weekend. At the end of the day, it's just a game. We cannot let the outside noise, the narratives, the lights, the camera, the action take advantage of our mental state in this matchup. And I feel like last year against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, that was one of the major reasons why we fell down the way we did. And although it sucked to lose to the Chiefs the way we did in that championship game, I think experiencing that moment and going through that heartbreak is going to be beneficial for the team going into tomorrow night's matchup. I think this weekend, we are a lot more mentally prepared than we were even close to being last year. It's just football, folks. We can't overthink it. We just need to play our game, and if we do, we will 100% win. Now, let's actually talk about some football. I have 2 defensive keys to this game and 2 offensive keys to this game that I want to share with you guys. And let's kick it off with the first defensive key of this game. The second key to this game for the Buffalo Bills on defense is limiting yards after catch and yards after contact. We cannot be missing tackles against this fast, shifty skill position unit. Once a catch is made, we need to be swarming to that ball carrier and we need to be gang tackling. We cannot have missed tackles, man. Missed tackles will be the death of us if we let these Chiefs players get out into any kind of open space. Last week, we saw the Steelers stymie the Kansas City Chiefs offense for that entire first quarter. They were shutting them down. But there were 2 huge plays on the Chiefs' second scoring drive that I really thought started to shift the tides of the game.
2nd and 10. Fired and caught. And Kelsey makes the grab. Picks up the first down and a lot more. Give it again to McKinnon. What a night he's having.
Travis Kelce needed to be tackled there. He got an extra 20 yards that he did not deserve. Jerick McKinnon found a hole. That was pretty impressive, but then he made a couple other guys miss as well, where he gained an extra couple yards. We cannot be missing tackles. We cannot be letting guys get yards after catch and yards after contact. We need to be swarming and getting to the ball carrier. Moving into my third key of this matchup, or my second key for the defense of the Buffalo Bills, is to stay disciplined in the secondary. No mental mistakes, no blown coverages, no overcommitting. If we allow the big play against this Kansas City Chiefs team, we will be in for a long freaking night. They are notorious for blowing the top off of defenses, and it cannot happen to us in this matchup. Once again, flashing back to the Kansas City Chiefs versus Pittsburgh Steelers game, this also happened. Not only were they not limiting the yards after catch, but they could not stop the big play.
4-man rush. Mahomes, he's going deep downfield, wide open. Kelsey's going to take it all the way.
Although that game was probably over before that touchdown happened, it certainly was the kill shot. Right before half, that was not a gut punch that the Steelers could afford to take. And we couldn't afford to take something like that either. We gotta stay on top of our shit. Without Trey White in this game, that only makes this key specifically that much more important. Levi Wallace, Teron Johnson, and Dane Jackson have stepped up to the plate tremendously in the absence of Trey White. But this is going to be a different beast. We have not played a quarterback in offense, a team like this, ever since Trey White went down. This is going to be their biggest challenge yet. We have to make Patrick Mahomes move up the field on offense slowly and methodically and hopefully force him into making a mistake due to his impatience down the field. Moving into my final two keys of this game, the first offensive key that I have is for the offensive line. They just got to keep doing what they've been doing over the last couple of weeks. We need the offensive line to show up. As we've seen probably a bit too many times this year, that our offensive line play can really be a determining factor for us for all of the wrong reasons. And we're going up against a very good defensive front. They got Chris Jones. They got Nick Bolton, the rookie that's been solid for them. Melvin Ingram. Those guys are dogs, and they will get to Josh Allen if our offensive line isn't playing at their best. Our front five guys just need to stay strong. If Josh Allen has time in the pocket to deal and Devin Singletary has holes to run through, it's going to be a very long day for the Chiefs defense, and I really don't think they'll have a chance at slowing us down. My final key for this video is also something that we've done exceptionally well as far as the offensive side of the ball goes, and it has nothing to do with the players, but it has to do with Sean McDermott. Sean McDermott needs to stay aggressive this week, man. He cannot fall back into his conservative shell. Last year when we played against the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, he fell into it, and that was when it all began, and it carried into the season. Now, over the last few games here, he started to be aggressive once again. He just cannot stray away. We cannot be taking 3 points on a consistent basis against the Kansas City Chiefs. They will 100% make us pay for it, and if that means we have to go for it on a couple 4th and shorts down deep in the red zone, I am all for it. We have to keep the foot on the gas. Keeping the ball in the hands of Josh Allen is 100% the best thing we can do on the offensive side of the ball. Taking it out of his hands in big situations is only hurting our own team. So hopefully Sean McDermott is going to remember that. Folks, this is our game to lose. And as Bills Mafia, even though the public might not see it this way, we know we are the better team when we play at our best. We just need to come with our A game, and the Chiefs really won't stand a chance. It's going to be an exciting game, Bills Mafia, and I'm sure just like myself, you cannot wait for it. If you have any thoughts down in the comment section below, please let me know. As always, if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. If you want to hit the bell to be notified when I upload, I'd appreciate that. If you want to go over to Twitter, follow me over there, I would appreciate that as well. I have a TikTok down in the description that I think you should check out. And in the power of the sweet potato, I think the Bills will come out this weekend, and we will be seeing ourselves in the AFC Championship next week. I'll see y'all later. Peace.